Hello, adventurers, and welcome to the Drunken Pub. My name is Brad, and I will be your demon, your barkeep for this evening. So grab a drink, grab a seat, and if you found out you were at the wrong bar, get back in your car before you get too drunk. Drive away. Where we last left our adventurers, they had just defeated their first Titan. Woo! Yay, good for you guys. After defeating Creus, who was disguising himself as Leopold, the librarian of Evolution. Yep. Sorry, it's been a day. You all found Shaylana, got back in the cart, and were heading your way back to Grey. You seem to have gotten out of the city unnoticed, at least for the most part. Unfortunately, there's definitely in the body of a librarian, a lot of bookshelves on the ground, and
he did that.
2 dead, well, 1.5 dead dwarves.
And hopefully a building on fire.
I don't think, oh yeah, and a house on fire, but not the library on fire. All right, that's where we'll pick up, guys. You guys are in the cart on your way back to Grey.
I'm still plonked out, probably.
It's been maybe an hour that you've been back on the road. You're kind of heading back towards like Newfgrange area where the bar is.
I
need to give the horses a rest.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have been giggling hysterically for the last however long we've been traveling.
I've been ignoring that.
We need to give the horses an entire rest.
Right.
The horses are tired.
Alright, so we're on the path are we right now? Because we're like an hour away from.
Yeah, well, you're about an hour from Grey, or from Evolution. You're probably a good 4 more hours from Newfgrange, really.
Well,
so it's kind of a long way to really push them through.
I'll say we stop about halfway between the two.
There's not really a good city. There's no real cities between here. Every once in a while, there'll be like a farmhouse or there is a trading post about halfway through that's just literally like we sell parts to repair your wagon because it broke down.
Do they sell new horses?
No.
Do they sell parts for horses?
Yeah, just
Cairo,
legs, though. Only legs, and they don't fit.
Can your spider pull the cart?
I'm gonna put the giant skull over my head so that I don't hear him.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good idea. You've ruined the inside of that giant, so we don't have to. They can't use it anymore. That's wonderful.
I'm gonna start licking the inside of it.
Okay.
Get the nutrition out of it.
It's already been licked.
I have been eating like week-old vomit fish, and somehow that's the most disgusting thing I've seen.
I'm gonna lay on hands myself for 20, so I'm not sitting at 1 HP.
You begin
anymore.
to touch yourself to get 20 HP back.
I'm gonna touch him as well.
Fucking paladins touching themselves.
Paladins do that sometimes.
How long does aid last?
Most likely your whole life, unless you're Magic Johnson.
Wow! Wow!
Singular.
Wow.
Slash rip.
I think we should take a long rest because I accidentally long rested on the app and I don't know what I did before.
8 hours.
What he said right there.
What he said.
All right. So you guys pulling over to the side of the road?
Yeah.
Just
bust out the tents, boys.
Hard rocking it. All right. You all pull over to the side, and
I mean, are we just on the side of the road, or do we want to go like off a little bit?
Yeah, we should go off a little.
Which way are you guys going? North or south? So if you go south off this road here, you go probably about maybe 10 miles off the road, which I know is a little bit of a push. It'd probably take you another hour, 2 hours. You could actually get back into the forest that leads into Cavers, like the forest above Cavers.
Do we want to go back into the forest around Cavers? The last time I heard, there was a...
But that just to give you a perspective of where the kind of the directions are, if you go down that way, you can get to the edge of that forest there to get some cover. Alternatively, you can go north and either head towards like the Arco Forest up that direction, or you could just go up into the kind of the Badlands area between here and there and stay in those fields.
How far is the Arco Forest?
If you were to cut through, probably... You could get to the edge of it probably around the same time you would get over to Newfgrange.
It's still too far to
The problem is the horses.
push the horses.
Plus, you'd be on kind of rocky, like...
I was only thinking like maybe at like half mile in, just to get coverage.
Which direction you want to go?
South?
Let's
north.
Actually, north.
Head towards Arco.
Yeah, because if we go south of the road, like, maybe they'll think we cut through somewhere.
I mean,
if somebody's after us, I don't know.
I thought it was Evolution.
I don't think anybody's.
That is.
No, it is, but that's.
So shouldn't we be going off the road east or west?
Well, it's not just like a straight shot.
Look. Road right there. So
All right.
you go that way. North, south, no east, west. west, we go back to
That's what
evolution.
Leopold saw when Cairo came in.
Yeah, just like that right there.
Let's move towards the Arco, because, I mean, the worst thing that we're going to run into around that area is a bunch of knife ears.
We should go south. The big tree monster down there is our friend. We see.
That doesn't mean that the
We
rest of
also
the
don't have
beasties
to
are
go
our
that
friend.
far. We're not pushing all the way to the forest.
Oh, yeah, but still.
I vote north.
I'm good with north.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, we're only going just a little bit in either way.
Yes,
Yeah.
all in favor of north. Aye.
R.
I don't.
That's the next letter, right?
Ignoring you. Cairo, do you have any qualms with going north?
Knock the fuck out, bro.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He's asleep. Shaylana seems completely indifferent. She's actually eating like a ration right now, just like the dried meat out of it.
Then north we go. About half a mile. I guess.
We going north?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's you,
Are
buddy.
you driving?
Yeah.
All right. So you start to kind of veer the cart off the path. There's nobody currently on the road right now, so it's your good time to do it. There is no way to completely leave the road without leaving tracks, unfortunately. So there's definitely a clear evidence that a cart came off
I have
these
a
tracks.
brown earth.
Gust.
It's more like mud, dirt.
Excavate.
You'd
Excavate.
have to really like go through bit by bit if you wanted to do that. But it's not the only place you've seen that. There's a couple other places where carts have gone off the road to camp. You can see some makeshift campsites here and there. But you continue all a little bit further.
Also, realistically, you don't really have to do the first, few
Yeah.
meters or so.
Once you get into the forest, not there to be like, oh,
We're not
getting
getting
And as far as we know, we're not wanted yet.
Yeah. So why would they be looking for us?
That reminds me.
We're just paranoid.
Whenever we get back to Gray, somebody needs to be in charge of checking the wanted boards every day, maybe twice a day.
That sounds like an actress job.
I thought it was a Cairo
I still
job.
have everybody.
He just seemed he was always interested. He was always going off bounty hunting. I assumed that he was already checking the boards.
So you all hit up, probably riding for how long? You get half a mile, you said?
Half mile, so half mile to a mile.
Okay. Good. Maybe about 3/4 of a mile up there.
Good.
I feel like you've got a pretty good...
Good compromise.
Yeah, I feel like you've got a pretty good clearing. This area is more field than anything, but it's also very, very rocky. There's lots of stones because you're kind of moving from a flat farmland to very unworked ground that moves up towards the forest itself. There is more trees here, though. Here and there, you'll see a spattering of trees that have kind of grown together where the leaves and thus the pollen have fallen around themselves. And one tree doesn't fall far from another, and so big clusters here and there. But for the most part, you're in a little clearing with some tall grass and rocks.
Okay. Who wants to be in charge of tents?
We don't all have tents.
We do have tents.
Oh.
I mean, who wants to set them up?
I figured that was everybody for themselves. Sort
Yeah.
of thing. And Shaylana hops off and starts setting up her tent.
Well, we have tents. Somebody has to get firewood. My voice is fucking something. I don't know.
You all right there?
Fish stuck in my throat.
Oh, okay.
Cam, come take a look at this.
I'll go get firewood if somebody else wants to come with me.
I will.
All right.
So Britton and Nomad go to get firewood.
I'm gonna wake up real quick.
Okay, you wake up real fast.
And then I go back. No. I want to do the 5 Just start screaming the skull on my face. I want to do the 5 mile thing.
Oh, okay. So you kind of start meditating. You're close enough that you pick up a lot of evolution still
Oh, that's fine.
in that range. You pick up evolution, and you pick up... Actually, that's about it. That's really all you pick up in this area.
I go back to bed.
All right. Me and Actress. Tents.
I'll tie the horsies up
Okay.
and then set up my tent.
You tap the horses on a nearby cluster of trees.
God, you selfish asshole. I'll set up the rest of the tents.
You do what you did and just kill him.
All right. Most people do set up their own. Shaylana sets up her own, but you set up Britton and Actresses as well, and
Not
Nomads, I guess.
Actresses. Actress sets up his own.
I didn't mean
Okay.
Britain. Me and Britain got one of them little king tents.
Oh yeah,
I'm the motherfucker who bought the tents. They're not that big.
they're regular tents.
They're
Nomad actually has trouble in these.
I don't.
You're like,
He doesn't need
I just leave in the fucking carriage.
What if I put my Daytera tent next to yours?
Ooh.
Oh.
Cam, look at this. I've the notebook of Leopold. It's all written in a sort of a code. You have some work with. I don't suppose you'd be proficient in ciphers, would you?
Well, I am a student, but I didn't get that far into classes.
God.
I
studied abroad, you know.
I've studied a few of those in my time too.
I'm glad you said it because it would have been unbecoming if I didn't. But yes, it's full of information. I found on just in a brief look through, I found a page with where is it? Of 14 different listed characters. These are all unique characters as far as I've looked through in the book. They seem to all apply specifically to one direct Titan, including this symbol here, which appears in the front cover. So we can at least deduce that these are representative of it. This has to be chock full of information regarding our quarry. If we can translate this could this is invaluable.
I mean, yeah, if we could find out, where all these other Titans are, and even just a little bit more information about them, weaknesses possibly. Awesome.
I should point out, probably for the purpose of camera too, even though I did already text it to you, all the books that you did get. That way, everybody knows. Or
in world, I'm splitting these out. Just like looking through them with cam.
So Fireweb, you're just fucking screaming. I got this book.
So
I got a book.
There is a few books that you scooped up from the reserved student section that was behind the counter. They are the Book of Titan, Varys Boyle's Guide to Poisonings, The School of Runic Knowledge, Bert Kills Everything, Controlling Wild Shapes, The Exorcist Cookbook, Mage Armor, A Theory, Speaking with Weapons, Sentience and Our Current Understandings, Fighting with Words, Reading People, Using Dark Psychology to Control Any Conversation. And then you also got the books Encyclopedia of Historic Cults and Common Rituals Abused by Those with Poor Intentions, a reference.
Oh, can I get that one?
I didn't read these out loud.
You've got them displayed out though, right?
Yeah. He can't read.
I know, you can't read. Yeah. So none of them have pictures on the cover.
God
damn it. Except for Bert Kills Everything, actually, which has a picture of a barbarian with a double-headed great axe, and there's bodies and bodies of slain monsters behind him, and this book is like a honker. I mean, this thing is huge.
If you were to put it into perspective, would it be about the thickness of I'm trying to think of in-world terms, a monster manual?
Yes, but with extra stuff.
Tome of, maybe something like Tome of Monsters.
Yeah, it's like if you were to combine a whole monster manual and a tome of other monsters, that would be about that thickness.
Okay, just
So while he was doing that, I was actually putting me and Britain's tents really close, cutting them up, and then mending them together into one big king tent.
Oh, okay.
God damn it! We only have 3 tents.
Britain just becomes increasingly concerned at the level of your friendship.
If that's something that you could do, then you would have already done it. This isn't the first time this has happened.
I just like to imagine.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pass out our summer readings. I'm going to Cairo sleeping. I'm going to leave the Book of Pot Poisons next to him. I will. I'll text you the names in a moment. I will give School
Speaking with Weapons,
Runic Knowledge, and the one about Speaking with Weapons. I'll give both of those to Atris.
2 books.
I'm almost certain that those are going to be handed back to me at some point. Any of these seem particularly interesting to you, Cam?
The one about reading people.
Yes. I agree. Yes. So I'll hand that one off to you.
Cool.
I'll text you guys all the names. Fighting with Words. What is? I'm gonna read the publisher's summary on that one.
Okay. So, Fighting with Words, as you start to go through it, a lot of it has a lot of references to music and to sonnets and poems and such. You feel this would be probably better suited for somebody who had either musical training or perhaps in bardic schools.
It's just one.
Most likely, it gives some sort of advantage to bards, and particularly to cutting words and one of their cantrips.
Interesting.
But you feel like for somebody who was not trained and had not learned these sort of things, this probably is not a super useful book.
All right, I'll tuck that one away.
Good for reading, like it's interesting, but it's not nothing you would gain combat skill wise.
Let's see. I'll hold on to Book of Titan. School of gave that away. Burke kills everything.
As you flip through, it does have drawings in there as well. It does, but there is words that are required to read a lot of the stuff. So
I'm going to hand this to Nomad, I believe.
I'll take it.
This is a good entry level reader.
As long as that, yeah, good.
It's not
you can learn
overtly
together.
complex, but it does require you to know letters enough to be able to quickly search it if you were going to use it.
Help Ed with this one. He might enjoy it. I'll hold on to the Exorcist's cookbook.
Like, what's that? You're like,
I'll also give you Controlling Wild Shapes.
Of what is? Huh?
The book Controlling Wild Shapes.
Oh. Okay.
Speaking with weapons, I'll keep Mage Armor. Sentience and Arcane Understandings. I'll give that one also to you.
Wait, which one?
Sentience and Arcane Understandings.
Okay.
Oh, that one's gonna be a
3
fucking.
books.
That's gonna be a trip for you.
I took summer reading class.
Fighting with
Here's your
words, I'll
homework.
just hold on to.
No man's gonna be over there with an existential crisis, just like.
Sentience and our current understandings is the speaking with weapons ones. Speaking with weapons, sentience and our current understandings.
Oh,
so
my
you
bad.
got
Yeah.
that
So,
one.
So you
yes.
don't.
My book.
Hey, that's my book.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm handing out the books. I'll just be texting those out while whatever happens.
Awesome.
I will await your text with great enthusiasm.
Okay. So
it's like, what book am I
just to make sure I give you guys an idea of what you're reading over, because I guess you're all starting your books probably tonight. Because again, the sleep does not require. If you want a long rest, you don't have to actually sleep the whole time. You can take certain hours out of that to do something else. So what are you all cracking into right now? I know you're probably still already out, but
After that, I'm out.
I'll crack in and speak with weapons.
okay.
Time to talk to Hellshire.
Burt's Bees.
Burksby's, all right.
I am gonna need to go to sleep now.
Okay,
because
so
once,
you're just going straight to
once
sleep.
aid runs out, I'm down again.
All right. Oh, okay. Yeet.
Well, no. What,
Oh,
the 5 hit points you just get. It's just your max hit points go by 5 as well.
Yeah.
But once it wears off and my max age. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you'd
I
still
see
be
what you're
fine,
saying.
dude.
Yeah.
You'd
I
be
see
good,
what you're
homie. You'd be good, homie.
Hey, but you fine.
I see what you're
Which
saying.
one are you reading first? That's really the most important because you have some there that are pretty
It's also 10
important.
hours long. So
Or would you
Still
just be
fine.
working on your
it's 10.
8.
decracking this?
The problem is that I know that I probably won't get any universe help by working on this, so
Nope.
I'm not going to here.
Gotcha.
I am going to be working on. Actually, I'm going to keep cracking on with that with the psychic damage book that I have already.
Oh yeah. Okay. You've spent how many hours into that so far?
I think I read it like the entire way to Evolution.
Okay. Yeah, you did. So you are.
He's laughing because I texted him this as his
He
book.
texted me.
I dig it. So you
will go gog
So actually, after tonight, did I tell you what it does? The book.
Yeah, I don't think you did. You mentioned that it would do something with psychic damage, but
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and tell you what it's supposed to do. That way you.
No,
No, it doesn't.
he doesn't want to know.
Can't anymore. Sorry. You just
And
don't
then-
know.
After this, you can actually apply it to everything. But it is whenever you cast a spell which deals psychic damage, deal an additional 1d6 psychic damage. It's pretty decent. Can be pretty mediocre. Sometimes it's dealing 1 extra, but sometimes it's 6 extra. So it's not a ton. It's not a huge boost, but it doesn't require attunement in any way. And that's available to anyone who finishes reading that whole book. So.
Good to pass it over here.
So if anybody is really, good at psychic, uses psychic damage.
have I
Now,
finished? So have I finished the book? Or am I
not
still
quite.
just-
But you're at the point now where you know what it's going to be doing.
Okay.
So that's why I'm giving you that information.
Cool.
Well, since I'm not gonna go down, if I don't rest, I will start cracking into that reading people.
Okay.
And I don't remember the name of it.
I got it.
Reading people, it's a dark psychology.
I'm gonna lean over.
It's like an NLP, and in real world application, it would be like neurolinguistic programming, like reading body language and stuff like that. It's understanding what people are doing and things like that. You believe it probably would give somebody some advantages to insight and deception, sort of things.
I'm going to look over Nomad's shoulder for a while and
Okay.
just look at the pictures of all the monsters.
I was about to say, it's like, I'm not reading this out loud.
Yeah.
You can look at the pretty pictures.
It's
that
very
I draw.
interesting in the fact that the monsters are both really good and really bad. It's kind of like
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like when everybody knew like the horse girl in school who was really good at drawing horses, but then gave up on
Yeah,
the body
Shalana.
halfway
Shalana.
through.
Yeah.
Like she drew the horse head real good, and then she's like, and then it's got legs and a body. That's what these monsters are like. It's like, oh man, its jaws are awful, and it has 6 legs that are all sticks. Like it's just
Nomad.
somebody remembered only parts of these monsters as they drew them.
I accidentally sent you Zach's book. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Nomad. What's a
Whoa, that's a Playboy. No.
what's a hippogriff?
So, what this book is, and the gist of it, is if you spend enough time reading through all of it, you can, if you keep it on your person, as a bonus action during combat, find out 1 stat about a creature that you're fighting. But you have to have spent enough time going through the book to know pretty much where everything is in the book.
Is it?
And it
Never
is a
mind.
description of a barbarian named Burke who spent hundreds, if not thousands of years in his long lifespan killing everything. So it's got
Wait.
everything in it.
This entry's blank. It's the terrorist.
There is an entry for a Tarrasque.
Holy shit! This guy was a baller.
Wow, his
Now,
challenge rating is.
Now, the description of how he kills things, though, the one for the Trask is a little vague, and it makes you think he probably didn't do this by himself. It's like, oh yeah, and then I killed this thing. Whereas all the others were really detailed, like, oh, this thing was really hard to kill because its heads kept growing back, so the trick was to deal damage to its body, but this one is kind of like, yeah, and then I killed it. It's like, oh man, maybe you didn't. Like, I'm not sure about that one.
I like the entry.
And there is a couple like that.
I like the entry for this one. Armont the Gentle. Pay somebody else to do it.
That one is not in there.
Hey,
So
that one
it's-
sounds familiar.
this only applies really to like common creatures. Anything that was created or is unique or anything is not going to be in here. But anything that's a pretty common creature or might find multiples of in the world is going to be within this. All right, fair. Everybody good?
Yep.
Got their stuff. Yours is such a boring book so far. It is long and tedious, and it's printed like the Bible, where it's like three columns through here.
Nice voice
on
crack.
each
I like
of them.
that.
Three.
Yeah.
It's got like 3 columns on each
All
page,
the
and then
voices
those
are cracking
thin
today.
pages.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh.
a super
Oh,
thick.
and it's like, oh
I
god.
hate that.
And it starts with like, our understanding of sentience begins late into the skip.
Late.
Late. By the time that people had discovered how to make weapons had already discovered humans. Flip. Swords are sharp. By the Copper Age, it's like, oh,
Wait until you get
you're
to
still in the
Corinthians.
history of weapons, and you've gone through like this much.
I'll just read a table of contents, like.
And there's not even one. That's what's the worst. There's just not even a table of contents.
Are the
But-
outer bits of the pages gilded like a Bible too?
No, there wasn't even love put into this thing. It's pure hatred into this book.
You also,
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
read each page. It takes like twice as long
Loathing
because you're
and
reading the
despair.
page you're reading and the one behind it at the same time.
Yeah, and, or you
Aw.
read it and you realize you were thinking about like, oh
Something
man,
else, yeah.
you know what would be really good? Right? Shit, you gotta start over. And then you read a word and it's like, but blood was. Wait, hold up, go back. All right, so you all find your readings for the night. Britain and Nomad, you two both go and get some firewood and kind of have a decent sized stack. Who all is staying up for the night? For the first part.
I'll do first watch with Nomad.
Britain also volunteers, but it's up to you guys.
Okay.
All right, Britain stays up with you guys.
I will go so.
I will need perception checks.
Sam, light the wood on fire. Oh,
Starting a fire in D&D is easy.
yeah, it is.
Oh wait, I can do that
Pretty easy
now.
bonfire.
Oh wait, bot.
You can start a fire now, can't you? Actually,
Yes.
yeah.
Druidcraft?
5? Oh,
8.
8.
Oh God.
All right.
Britain, please.
I'm reading.
Yeah, you're reading your book, and Britain is kind of wishing he'd stolen a book as well while he was trapped into that bookshelf. He's like, man, should have taken something or other. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to see if he'll let me borrow one of those cult books or something.
I'm gonna show Britton my book like you want to read.
I can give him my arcane focus book.
You might like this, Britton. This has pictures.
I think I'll read that one with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's not a single illustration. There's not a good description. Well, here's the thing. There's great descriptions, but like to describe the hilt of a sword is 3 pages, and it's just the measure. It's the exact
mostly
measure.
jargon.
It's Noah building the ark. It's like, and then this many cubic feet, and this, and it's
500 pages of stuff I don't need. But page 501, the very last page is like, oh yeah, there's a mall out there called Hellshire. This is how it works.
Exactly.
No. It won't be at the end. It'll be like page like 352, just randomly in the middle of it, to where you can't just skip to it.
so you all keep watch, and
You can call it that.
you don't notice anything. All right,
Oh my god.
who's taking the next watch?
Okay.
I will also.
I need perception checks.
I'm gonna roll my disadvantage because I'm definitely reading.
Okay, that's fair.
When I sleep, I'm still conscious, so would I
Right.
technically be...
No, I go off
okay.
your passive perception when
Alright,
you're
that's
doing
fine.
that.
Okay.
That's what I do, just to be
Well,
fair.
That's fair.
I was
Because
reading.
you're
better
not
Still
you're
sleeping.
not actively like the whole time, but you
Yeah.
are in a kind of a rest state, but you
Alright.
are aware. So I just use passive perception for that
That's better.
typically.
All right.
I'm listening out on a
And
natural 20, but even with disadvantage, I got a 17.
And also, if you do that,
Corbin,
aren't
what are you reading?
Out for
What was
6
yours?
hours no matter
What are you
what?
reading?
I have no clue.
Perception
I was
is
actually looking up. Dang it.
7.
Okay. And what was yours? Did you say
17.
17? Okay.
But
There's a table there.
that's for fairness. I'll say I can do this.
What are you reading? Hey, Corbin.
I think you and I both know that you don't want to hear the long, drawn-out, excited ramblings that I will tell you.
It's a campfire. We're supposed to tell stories.
This is a
Okay,
really
well then
spooky
tell me a story.
book.
This is what we wanted.
Reverse card.
Okay, so I sailed with Blackbeard's crew for a while.
All right.
On the crew, we had this guy we called 2-inch Tony.
2-inch Tony. Yes.
Yes. Well, he was regular Tony, but this is how he became 2-inch Tony.
Okay.
So we just finished like exploring like this crazy island. Like it was like sleeting on one side, and then like half the island was lava on the other. It was really, really weird. But we made it back to port, and he was like, "Okay, like I'm gonna go get some drinks, and I'm gonna go to the brothel. You know, like you do whenever you get back to port."
Okay.
So he went to the brothel, and there's this new girl. Her name is Sheila. She is a beauty. She was also a fish fae. And if you know anything about sailors and like pirates, stuff like that, mermaids are like the top tier. So he's like, man, this is my day. So he pays, he goes into the back, and they start their little foreplay. She's playing the skin flute, if you know what I mean. He's getting a blowjob.
I'm aware.
Now, Tony likes to like tease and play rough a little bit, so he smacks her ass.
All right.
We didn't ask what kind of fish fae she was. She was a shark fish fae. And that's how he got the name 2-inch Tony.
Okay.
What's
What's really
3-inch Tony?
You hear
what's
you hear off. You do off near about where the
Can I
horses
ask my
are.
funny question before that?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So how did he smack her ass while she was?
Oh no!
Before
like,
that, he was called Long
he-
Arm Tony.
No, he was on the bed and
That's
just kind of like
I
that.
see.
Yeah.
I see.
So around the time that you hear the comment, you hear off near the horses a faint, like somebody laughs.
There's someone here. Wake them up.
They're already awake. Are they here and sleeping?
All people up. Wake them up.
Oh, okay. Bitches, get your asses out of bed!
I'm gonna walk to where I heard that.
Okay. You walk over.
Excuse me, sir.
About the time you turn, you hear horses' hooves riding off, like just up towards the north.
How close are they at this point?
Well, you don't have dark vision, so about where the horses were, and then heading north.
Mm-hmm. I don't have dark vision, so it's disadvantage on like visual stuff.
Yeah.
But I can still see.
You can still hear too.
I can
So
still hear.
Over
So
there. Over
how
there.
far? Just sort of like, I'm asking not like I'm asking
So-
for spell reasons.
right. So for the purpose of this, like your campfire is more central. The nearest clump of trees was a ways off because I did mention it was a clearing.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you start to move that way, you hear the horse take off. About this time, you turn around, probably 120, 130 feet.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, no.
Spell sniper. Pow. If only Pharaoh's awake.
And whoever it is, they seem to be going north towards the Arco Forest.
They've taken our horses.
Which direction?
North was the Arco Forest.
All right, I'll be back in a little bit. I start running.
Okay. What's your movement speed?
Currently it is 60.
You're not catching this thing.
Holy shit, that's a fast ass horse.
Well, it is a horse for one.
Yeah,
Ass horse.
and I'm a
Two.
cat.
Are you going over to where the horses were, or?
I'm just going to wake everyone up and let them
Okay.
know there's not much else to be done.
Okay. You go wake everybody else up. Everybody gets up.
Our horses have been stolen.
Have our horses been stolen? They could have had their own horse.
That's true. I checked to make sure our horses are still there.
They're still there.
Okay, cool.
Our horses are gone. Our horses are gone.
They are still there.
Okay.
However, I'm guessing I'm away.
Somebody or
Some-
something was standing there and then rode off when it was mostly watching. Seemed to be just keeping an eye on you all.
All right.
Well,
I assume Ink is still close enough that I can yell.
I don't know, to be honest with you.
I did say yell. And so it's
Yeah,
not just-
if you yell, probably, but it's still gonna be close. Like,
I do have cat hearing.
yeah.
Yes. Ink, they
you-
don't have our horses, but
Now,
they definitely were watching
You
us.
do have dark vision though, and you
Correct.
can see off in the distance though, and it's like as it's moving away from you. Give me a perception check. It appears to be a
Yes,
man on a
sir.
horse.
It's Eminem actually.
18 plus perception.
He was dropping off his album for us.
Dude, fucking kamikaze? Hell yeah. Perception, that is 23
Okay.
in total.
As you get a good look, at one point it kind of jumps over a rock.
Mhm.
The man half of it does not have legs. It's attached.
Oh.
Seems to be a centaur,
Okay.
which
Well,
which are native to the Arco
Yeah,
Forest,
yeah,
and they're known to be very, very curious. And especially since there's been a lot of hatred towards them after the whole change of power.
Yeah.
They tend to keep to themselves a lot.
Can I yell to him?
You could try, but it seems to be riding kind of like, I'm out of here.
Hey! Hey! We're friends! We're not gonna hurt you!
Keeps riding.
You were very
Dick.
convincing.
Turns around. Era from
Some of them
100
don't speak Common too. Some of them only speak Sylvan.
I yell on Sylvan.
He's getting further and further away. You can keep trying.
Here's a book called Meeting People.
I can't read!
Just thaumaturgy.
We're friends!
Just keep going.
Dick!
Seems to have been spooked at this point.
Alright,
You
I go
startled
back.
the little guy.
It was more of a curiosity than anything.
All right.
How's you think?
Alright, I'm back.
Far as you can tell so far, at least, that's all it
And
was.
it wasn't
Cam doesn't
it
like
wasn't
that.
like raiders or anything like that. It was just a pony horse boy.
So, like a
Pony
stable
boy.
hand?
No. Like, you know those people that are like
Boy.
hung like a horse, but like in like the literal sense?
Is this another like 2-inch Tony story?
No.
Are you talking about centaurs?
Like the
That's
literal
what they're
sense.
called?
I don't know. What are we talking about?
Like, yeah, like the upper half. Like, I just call them horse mermaids.
You can
Yes.
find them, and Bert kills everything.
Okay. I'll look it up.
Yeah.
No, Matt just like wakes up and is just like, yes, centaurs, noun.
Yeah, I'm just looking at encyclopedia for monsters now.
Yes. Okay. So,
Yeah.
is that
Your
good?
new name is Webster. That's your favorite.
I mean,
What?
they're not a threat.
Not a
I mean,
threat?
I know that they like watching people and stuff like that, but they're not real. Like, if there was a bunch of them, yeah, we better run our fuck. Actually, no, we just need to turn and fight at that point because you're not gonna get away. But I mean, they're normally pretty quiet and keep to themselves.
Okay. Well, it's a cent. I don't know how to. It was a centaur. I don't know how to respond to that. That's a fairy tale creature. Okay. Well.
That's a fairy tale creature. I take
Yes.
off my beanie.
but catch people or not.
He has a tail. That's a living fucking robot. That's fucking Pinocchio over there.
Oh
They're
yes,
in the
but these
book.
aren't, these aren't creatures that I've had that I've
It's called
heard
some
stories about. This
Pinocchio.
is
Not
Pyro's
Pinocchio.
accent.
Mythological. Australians don't exist.
Now see here.
I guess I just go back to my book, just like like centaurs.
All right.
Oh, before it wraps up, I want to say, Ink, I owe, I guess, the group an apology, but I'll apologize to you. I was not myself during that fight. I did not behave rationally.
I know, I liked it. You had some, serious bloodlust. Like, you wanted to fuck him up.
I didn't like it at all. It was unbefitting of me, and it was, quite frankly, it risks all of your lives, and I sincerely apologize, and I will try to avoid it in future events.
Welcome to Daytera.
Yeah.
Good to be
Nobody's
home.
life was in danger, buddy.
Roll
We got two
credits.
healers. Hey.
Hey, you want a piece of pizza? Hey,
That's what I should. Hey, you want some pizza?
hey, you want some pizza?
We have two healers. The way that having the front half of a Toyota and the back half of
You have
a
Centaur
is a
healers.
Volkswagen. That's basically
horse mermaid
that's having
healers.
two cars. The way that we have two healers.
You got 3
So-
healers, actually.
Are you?
Oh, good bird.
Oh yeah, good back. Hey,
Good
yeah, you want a
bird.
pizza? So you
That's just a wheel.
you go to sleep. Who's taking the last watch? I guess it's you and Shaylana
And me.
and you. Okay.
No,
Waking
Kyra's
up to
taking
it.
out.
Yeah, I was like, I'm waking up. What the fuck?
I mean, you've had at this point you actually had a full rest.
I'm staying asleep.
Okay, you can stay down. All right, you and Shaylana take the last watch.
This would be funny on conversation.
She kind of just kicks around the fire and starts building it back up. Guess it's us.
I don't think I really talked to you much before.
No. Are you you good? Everything's good?
Better now. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys killed the Titan. I'm
Yeah.
very proud of you.
I know.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Yeah, it was. I bet that was rough. How did that make you feel?
Better.
Better?
Yeah.
Why did it make you feel better?
Are you a therapist?
Well, I took some classes once. You know, the kids that got us up over.
Takes off my goggles.
I took some classes once. I feel like it's important to be concerned about everyone's mental health. If you did just commit a murder,
That's
Been the internet.
not as bad as what they've done.
no, but you did still commit a murder. So
Yeah.
that does take a toll on people sometimes. And I just wanted to make sure everything was good.
A cleansing ritual.
So why did it make you feel better?
Because certain people deserve it.
Yeah, some people do deserve it. So what are you looking for here? You're not from the outside.
No.
I've been hearing some information about you all. She kind of pulls one log up so she can rest her feet up on it as I kick somebody. I know you're from here, Daytera, yeah.
Yeah. Freedom.
Freedom. So you're a
Faunus.
Faunus, yeah.
Yeah.
What, if you don't mind me asking?
Chameleon.
Interesting. Can you change your appearance?
Yeah, I'll just cycle through a bunch of skin colors and stuff.
Yeah, it takes off clothes.
RGB. Just,
I'm still thinking about that. I thought about that the other day. I was like, yeah, I'll just get naked.
Wait, did you ever declare that you were putting your clothes back on?
I did not.
No, but
I've
I've assumed at this point, after a long rest, you were no longer just free willing.
Yeah.
But
No.
that's
and he's
interesting.
also a 2-inch Tony.
Just been naked since the cult.
So, are you able to change though into anyone else, or just?
I mean, I can change, for a very short period of time.
Okay, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Very neat. It'd be
The
very.
skin color and stuff is, whenever, but
They could have really used you a long time ago before shit hit the fan.
yeah. Well, it's because of this is why I haven't been caught. I can blend in fairly well.
So, who are you looking for, and how can I help?
Well, I do have some friends from Freedom that I've not been able to find just yet.
Well, I've got free time on my hand now. Apparently, the Titan who lived in my city's dead, so
Fair enough.
I think I owe you all one. My job was to try and figure out who it was there. We knew he lived somewhere in Evolution, and clearly you all beat me to it, so I owe you one.
Nothing about the librarian ever stood out to you?
Not a bit.
Hmm.
Kept under the radar completely.
We stumbled upon
I mean, he was
quite a fortunate.
the
thing.
librarian, damn
turn.
it. I mean, people loved him. This is going to be very bad, by the way. This is going to be a big stink.
I don't think we'll be back.
I
in
don't.
Evolution
The
for a
good
while.
news is I don't think anyone alive is going to put anything together. I can't guarantee it. They do have people who are good at that sort of thing, but I think you might have slipped through, which is very impressive. Regardless, what can I do for you?
Well, if you are in the finding people sort of business,
It's kind of one of the things I'm supposed to do.
yeah, I do have the names of some of my
obviously can't do
friends
it.
here.
I like the idea of Karen having to look up what his friends' names are.
Well, I can't remember. I haven't like.
It hasn't been brought up in a long time.
Yeah.
No idea.
This is the first time I think we brought it up on camera. To be honest, like who they might be actually.
Yeah.
None of us have talked about our backstories.
Shaylon was like,
Also,
you have, except for you.
Half and half.
have you know? At one point, I was a very good bounty hunter. I he completely avoided us for this long.
Well, I can tell you that I do know that we were all kind of split up in Blackwater. I managed to sort of slip away and just kind of become regular Blackwater scum.
Yeah.
For a little while.
Do you want to know their
Completely.
names?
I found it.
Okay.
Shaylon was like, oh yes, I remember them.
But I do know that they were sold in Blackwater. Antonia, who was Sloth Folk.
Okay.
Caroline, Hedgehog. Francis, Boar. Friven, the Shrew Folk. And Omer, the Otter.
Okay.
And I know that they were all sold into slavery.
Do you know who bought them?
I do not.
You do not, because you had to slip
Yeah.
away prior to that.
Yeah, I do not.
All right. Well, Blackwater is a scummy town.
Yeah.
It's unless of course you're part of the sea folk. You know, if you live and die on the sea, then it's a great town to be. But
Well, I hung out there for a little while. So
us
I
landlubbers
know.
don't do so good. Most of the slave trade is run by one or two very large families. I'll do some digging. I know there's a record somewhere. Perhaps I can infiltrate in. If it's something you'd really be interested in, let me know sometime. We will.
Yeah.
We'll figure this out one way or another.
Absolutely.
It's the least I can do. Anyways, what are you reading?
Oh, something about dark psychology.
How does that make you feel? I need perception checks from both of you for your
Dark?
watch.
She goes, you say psychology?
I mean, it makes me feel dark-ish.
Oh yeah,
Transforms.
Transformers. 17.
Okay.
Man, you and
Well,
Edward
here's
do
a
not get along.
Neither of you see anything.
You get along too well.
Neither of you have noticed anything tonight. Seems to be quiet now after that centaur incident. And it's, plus at this point, it's about halfway through your watch, day kind of breaks in.
Who'd have thought the horse girl would have been like the therapist?
Are you?
You know,
that
when
is
you-
not very surprising.
When
at
you're
all.
alive for like 250 something years, you kind of just do things.
Fair.
Also, she's been living in the City of Progress.
True.
Most important progress happens here.
Evolution.
You all wake up feeling well rested, and it's been pretty quiet. All things considered.
I pull the book off of my face.
Everybody, Corbin has an announcement. Go ahead, buddy.
What am I saying?
You said you wanted to apologize to everybody.
Oh God. Okay.
Everybody is like in that weird stance of like halfway awake, shirt off, and they all just like stop to like look at you.
I got a skull on my face.
Still.
Weirdly enough, that's the most comforting of it. No, I wanted to apologize to you all for behaving irrationally during the fight with the Titan. I believe I've heard the term "got a bit aggro." I
Ben's
was
writing
not.
something down.
I was not working in the best interest of you all, and with that, I did risk all of your lives with that recklessness, and I apologize, and I will not do that again. But that being said, I don't think we've taken a moment to celebrate, or to at least acknowledge we've killed a Titan, one of the 14 most powerful people in the...
I do want to point out that, and I know you're ashamed of it, but you killed a Titan we all helped, but
Yeah, you killed a man.
Yeah, we all helped. Yeah.
You're a murderer.
but you
Not the first
did.
one.
Yeah, we all
Oh,
helped. Yeah.
You did
Which
make
one?
an impact,
Yeah.
I don't think I ever actually.
and we're all very proud of you
I
for it.
hated him once.
Thank
I
you.
think. And then the other times were just.
You still got that bottle of wine?
I planted it because it was just seeds. No, yes, I still have the bottle.
Oh, I had it once in the handbags.
I'm sure
Who's good
Cairo,
at drunk driving?
I'm sure Cairo has a bunch of.
I don't know.
Everybody looks at no man.
All right, we're getting sloshed on the road, boys.
With one bottle.
This is more like a sampler. Like you take little sips
Okay,
of this, and then you
okay,
find something else
okay.
to drink after.
Zach, you're kind of like bleeding through into Cam. I need you to sit the fuck down.
Cam doesn't need much.
You
but-
got-
Cam doesn't drink.
You got
that.
shit faced.
yeah, why'd you pick a character that's like a lightweight man?
I don't know.
They wanted to know what it's like.
Cam, this
No,
bottle is more ceremonial than anything. I assume we're going with Cairo's brew.
Yeah.
That's fine.
All right, you all load up the cart and begin to head towards Snoofgrange.
On the way back, I want to keep whittling
Okay.
the spider figure, but I want to make it a whistle.
Okay, little spider whistle.
We'll just
Important question: do you blow in it here or here?
Ass. Come on, dude. Blowing his ass.
Uh,
Blow through the butt. Okay, it was an important question that I had to know.
Important. I want it to like sound weird though.
What do you want it to sound like?
Foghorn.
Whistle.
I just wanted to like sound not like the correct whistle, just so that I can probably give
Make
it
it
to one of
unique
us
enough.
that yeah.
Okay,
Like
give
that
me
one.
a performance check.
Can I?
You can just make it sound like one of those Aztec death whistles.
And are you
Yeah,
proficient
that's
with
what I was thinking,
wood
yeah.
carver's tools?
Yes. I
Okay, then give proficiency to this roll.
terrifying?
Dude, they are.
That's cocked.
+2, baby. It doesn't matter. It was a natural one. I break it.
Yeah, you break this one, but you can go at it again. Unfortunately, this one was a failure.
Mending.
What were you saying? I'm sorry.
He's now
I said
down.
mending.
Oh no, before that though. Now mending's not gonna repair when it's
No, I
actually pieces of wood shaven off.
No, I got you.
Like, oh wait,
I've been taking the shavings and putting them back into a.
I failed the portion of this cut.
I was just saying something about like he can make it sound like one of those Aztec death whistles that sound like somebody screaming.
I hate those
I
things.
love those things.
Like I hate them in the sense like I think it's the coolest thing ever, but I hate the idea of hearing one of those.
Imagine hearing multiple of them.
Right. But you all hit the road, and as you're about maybe a mile from Newgrange, actually, no, nothing happens. You all arrive in Newgrange. This is the earliest I think you've ever been here, to be honest with you. For once, the bar that's always loud right on the side of the road is quiet. There's nothing going on in there.
I am shit faced.
If you are wasted though. But at this point, when you all get in there, you do see about 4 or 5 people dressed in very steampunky garb. But one of them is wearing like the military cap that the same people who stand at the front gate do. And they are talking to somebody at the bar.
I like the front gate of evolution.
Yeah, it's like those people.
Yeah.
But they're here in Newgrange. And they seem to be talking to somebody from the bar.
Did anybody else just
Yes,
hear a fucking
yeah.
harmonica?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I believe that's the steampunk equipment. That they have.
Yes. One that
That's
just
their
has a
whistle.
harmonica.
They're police whistle.
One of them has a like really tight blonde hair and a very, very well trimmed blonde mustache. He seems to be the guy in charge here. He's very, very nice outfit.
I mean, if they're in the bar.
And he has
just
a,
keep going.
a tag that says Reginald Locke. And the guy next to him has a series of grenades all across the front. He's wearing a gas mask. And then on the other side of him is a man with a very thick beard who one of his arms is completely metal. And there's a long revolver, about this long, just attached to the end of it.
I want both of them.
Well, I'm gonna keep reading this awful book in the back of the cart.
I'm gonna start working on my
Contemplating
other
suicide.
spider.
I tell Shaylana to get in the front and start driving.
Okay.
Well,
All right, you guys pull a quick switch. But as you all, are you going to try and back road around the bar, or are you just going to pass by it? Because at this point, to even see it, you're close enough that it'd be odd to kind of go off the main road.
We're going to Waffle House.
But you got to go through Newgrange first.
Yeah.
We'll just keep going. I mean, it looks
Okay.
suspicious if we just turn around now.
Yeah. So you all drive past, and as you're like passing them, the one with the beard does turn around, kind of stares at you all, watches you all pass. And he turns and he starts talking to he kind of taps the guy with the mustache and begins talking to him. But they don't seem to go after you all. Just seems to have made note of something. But you all make it through Newgrange, and you're on the road now down towards your Waffle House town.
Woo!
Anything else you guys need to do on this ride?
Just my spider.
Just your spider.
Drink more.
I'd just be reading, bro.
Probably
Yeah, I'm just trying to finish this book so I can
Contemplate.
grab it.
I'm literally
Okay.
traveling with endless alcohol. This is amazing.
All right. You all arrive at your Waffle House town. It is actually a little busier than normal. There's a few people also camping out there, but nobody of interest. It seems to be either another traveling party or maybe a just group of... There's like a traveling party, and then there's a group of musicians, like a bunch of bards as well. And they're all just hanging out. And there's, at the current moment, the area where everybody parks to, like, at the cart behind the jail, there's, like, a bonfire going and a bunch of musicians sitting and playing. 2 of them are gnomes. One of them is this really, really pretty elf woman. And one of them is definitely a half-orc, and he can't really sing, but he's trying, and it's really heartfelt, and it's kind of cute.
I immediately go over to the bards.
Okay.
Here's a book.
Anybody want a book? I'll sell it to you.
I still got the books to myself.
Fucking toes, you bastard.
I'm on for your toast.
I'm
just sit,
listening.
Okay,
Yeah.
you just sit and listen.
Spider.
Wait, do any of them have a violin?
Yeah.
Can I try?
The pretty elf girl who is currently playing like on a like a cajon
Yeah.
reaches over and just kind of hands it to you.
Oh, is that how it's pronounced?
The cajones.
They lied to me.
Then she just hands it to you.
Yeah, I join in.
Okay, you join in and begin playing. What are the rest of you all doing?
Spider.
Ink is proficient in violin.
Are you going to eat, or are you all just setting up camp?
I'll go into Waffle House
Waffle
and
House.
just kind of eat and
Okay.
keep reading this awful book.
Waffle.
The
I'm gonna watch the musicians.
the same lovely lady who is always there, very pleasant woman, serves you all. Well, what have you all been up to?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
The same thing as last time?
You know it.
All right. She just starts preparing food for everybody.
Does she even have anything else?
Yeah, she can make just about anything that's available, but most people just get the standard, like, equivalent of a breakfast sampler.
Roast
like,
pork.
Eggs,
I'll
toast,
flank-
Yeah,
sausage,
it's like eggs,
Yeah.
toast, sausage,
hash browns or grits.
and like a side of whatever the current in-season vegetable is. Like,
Yeah.
that's a pretty standard breakfast.
collard greens?
I'll fling her a gold.
Okay. She happily takes it and puts it in her little apron. You guys have spent more here than a lot of other travelers, so...
You know?
Sounds
Whatever.
about like our local Waco.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? It is. What up? You play the night away with the bards. They're very pleasant people. At some...
Would any of
How
them
drunk
be...
are you?
I am.
Okay.
I literally.
At
I
some
just-
point, they
still
all
up.
give you their names, but you just don't remember any of them.
Do I
Any
get
of
their
you
names?
want to
'Cause
join?
If you want to ask them specifically, unless you're just sitting and watching.
Any
I think
of
we'll
you
sit
want to
and
join a
listening and
pirate
reading.
crew?
Do what?
Any of you want to join a pirate crew?
That's okay.
But when people play instruments, helps the sailing go good. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're pretty good. It's like you're really good at it, but then as the night goes on, it gets a little bit more
Yeah.
off of them.
Night. I thought it was like early morning.
Well, it is. Well, no. At this point, it's getting dark again because
Okay.
it was like morning when you hit the other one, but it's like
Okay, gotcha.
sunset.
Oh, it was
right
morning
now.
in Newgrange. That's
Yes,
right.
it's like
Sorry.
sun setting now at this point.
Newgrange. Like this.
You don't get their individual names,
Mhm.
but their names. The name of the group is the Charlies.
The Charlies. Okay.
Ah, nice.
That's the name of the group. You don't know which one of them is Charlie or if multiples of them are Charlie.
Charlie actually left the group a while ago. They just kept the name.
They just
for the
kept the
PR.
name, but they're the Charlies. And they seem to be made up of 2 gnomes, an elf, and a half-orc.
All right. I want to ask an elven how they got the name. The Charlies.
To the elf,
Just to the group, but I'm gonna ask
Okay.
an elven.
one of the gnomes actually turns to answer you because she's currently talking to Ink, who is getting more and more offbeat, and she's like, trying to
really
tap it out.
into this.
Like, really trying to tap it out. So one of the elves kind of turns. I'm sorry, the Charlies. Oh, well, it's actually a really funny story. So at one point we were at a bar and it was called the Charleston, and it's out in Colonial Melta, out in the West End. So they're out there, and somebody mispronounced it, and they thought we were the local band, and they were like, "Hey, are the Charlies gonna play here tonight?" And so we just kind of kept it.
Oh. Not interesting enough for me to write down, but yes.
Sorry,
That was out of character.
I wanted it to be more. I wish it was a better story.
No, that's it's fun. It's funny how things like that come from little accidents like that. It's quite
Yeah, they thought
interesting.
we'd be the Charlestons, and so they abbreviated it in their head the Charlies. but
Charlie's,
it's-
of course. Yes. Very interesting. You all are. I very much like the sound of your music. It's very
Thank
good.
you. We appreciate that.
Yes, yes.
Corbin, we should start a band.
I haven't played violin since I was a boy.
We shall call us the B-Tails.
Is that a? I don't get this innuendo, but I'm sure it is one.
I don't get.
Okay.
You want to play?
No, thank you. No.
This is whenever you guys clap them on and say you can do it.
They're eating.
No one's there.
They're all like still eating with the lovely
Where did
Waffle House
everybody
lady.
They're
I'm
up
reading.
eating. Actually, would you like to go get some food at the Waffle House? Yes.
starving.
Let's go.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Just
All
take
right,
the
so you all
components.
join.
I need 6 eggs and 1 piece of cheese.
We can make that happen.
That's an inside joke.
Okay.
I'm
Well, we
sorry.
are inside. All right. Anyways, you all get your food.
Bye, John. Love you.
And does anybody need to do anything else here?
I have to
Okay.
go to the bathroom real long.
Okay. So we will wrap it up in the town, and you all get some sleep. And we were just wrapping up the town. You all get
Oh, I think
sleep.
so. Wrapping up the episode.
No, in
No,
the
no,
town.
no.
In the town. in the
Okay.
town.
No, we're only an hour in, dude.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I had to say. I'm like, it says 50.
Yeah, you're all just go to sleep. No issues. Wake back up. The bards are packing up when you all get up, and they seem to be heading out. You all,
What are you talking about?
Brian.
Oh, yeah.
you all wake up and begin packing up your tent. The
Dang
other
it.
adventuring party has
I
left,
woke up again.
and
Cam, check
the bards are.
check your coin purse.
Check everything.
It's good.
Okay.
It's good today. It's good this time.
You haven't checked other times though.
No.
No, he did get robbed one
Yeah,
time.
he
Yeah. The bards pack up, and they, once you get up, they're like, "It's a pleasure making music with you.
Goodbye, Charlie.
Goodbye." And they head out.
You're behind me.
The rest of you all pack up,
Ah, shit. I should have banged her.
get back on the road. And
I believe it's bung.
they should have bunged her.
I should have. We're getting too close to bummed her, and that's something completely different.
You all get back on the road, and you continue your path down towards Gray. About nightfall is when you will hit your... Actually, if you head out now, you could probably hit that crossroads fairly early into the day, and about lunchtime, and then if you drove into kind of midnight, you could go ahead and get to Gray.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right.
Stop at the crossroads
We're
for a
speedy
quick
boys.
sandwich.
All right.
Feed the
You
horses.
speed run. You all hit the crossroads. There's nobody else here at the moment.
DM confused how we beat campaign in 7 minutes and 8 seconds.
You guys,
We need a clickbaity picture for that one.
can I would like to roll to glitch through the mountain.
Yeah, roll for it.
Okay.
You have to get on a horse and back walk.
3.
You're a
You
telefriend.
glitch, but not through the mountain. You are stuck in the mountain now.
Restart run.
You
Restart
tried
run.
to just be launched in the air, and now you're just falling.
You fall actually through the terrain into the, you end up in hell.
Asmodeus. Who's that pompous looking mother?
That same like Krampus demon we killed earlier is like
But you all don't find anyone else on the road. You make your way to Gray. Around midnight, you arrive back at your house.
Then I finish my book.
You finish your book.
Can I roll for my spider again?
Yep, roll one more time for your spider.
Okay.
I'm guessing I've gotten like 6 pages into my book probably.
Yeah, probably about
Oh,
20
yeah,
pages in.
Baby, a 5 is wonderful.
2 hours of reading for this book is like 4 pages. You're just
Yeah.
So you do make a whistle, and it does sound unique. But the reason it sounds unique is because it just sounds bad.
That's fine.
It doesn't make really a whistle sound. It's more like, oh.
Good. I just need it to be like unique.
It's
that
like my
how
laugh.
it sounds?
It's Cannonballs.
That almost sounds like an elk call.
It honestly does.
Almost.
Good.
So you see a duck.
You created a goose call.
That's what I needed. I'll put that in the mini chest.
Home sweet home.
You all arrive home. It is untouched.
I am furiously looking up the Order of the Lantern in that.
Okay,
old
in the
book.
new book.
Yeah.
You do find an entry about the Order of the Lantern.
Okay.
But it is very, very brief. And it just mentions the Order
They
of the
follow a
Lantern is a dissolved group of worshippers of Armont the Gentle.
Okay.
And they were dissolved after their defeat by the Five.
Okay.
Bullshit.
It does briefly mention their leader, whose name was... Give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
Armand.
For some reason, I was not
Armand.
quite ready for that question.
Dwayne, the
Even though
Rock
it should have been.
Johnson.
D. Wayne, the Rock Johnson.
Is it Zara?
Milo Oatdrifter
Oh, fuck you, you little piece of shit.
was their leader
Nemo.
at that time.
Is it Oat Drifter?
Oatdrifter.
Oh, Oat.
It is Milo, Millo.
Mio.
Mio, yeah.
Miho.
Yo.
Ios Mio.
It does
Over there,
also
like
mention that
little
there were... it does have a list of possible members as well. But it does only include... Like, on some of the other cults, there's pretty extensive lists. This one only has 2 other names. And one of them is Kalkutharadid Robovok.
Please spell that.
I will... Okay. Cual. He's dead. I will tell you that if it
Okay.
matters. Okay. If you
Okay.
don't want it.
I've committed, and so
Okay.
have you now.
Cual Kuathadardid. It's a Dragonborn name.
God, that sounds like a character that
And
I
where's
would
the
come
space
up with.
in there?
Space.
Okay.
RAVOBROKK.
Where's the space?
Okay.
Okay.
Was that a VR? VR. Okay.
Bravo, bro.
Two white girls in the group just
Yeah, quite.
And the reason it always looks funny is because taking draconic names and translating them a lot of times results in that when you put them in common.
Yeah, no, that definitely sounds like a character name that I would come up with.
And the other one is Poetry Malthor. Is the other name there.
Could you spell
Poetry.
Yeah.
Malthor. Malthor.
Potter.
A Weasley, are we?
Fuck you, I liked Malfoy.
But it mentions that the
Oh,
very
silly
long name
bitch.
was killed in the
one and
battle.
only.
So there's a member named Kuathadardid Overbrook.
What?
And somebody named Poet.
I hate you so much.
Well played, good sir, well played.
Patrick?
But you are all at your home?
I do tell Ink about Milo.
Okay.
Is
Oh yeah. Wait, he's the leader?
it would seem so.
Not the orc guy?
No, it would seem it's not the old guy. I mean, maybe they've changed hands, but and maybe this is another Milo. We don't know for sure.
Maybe he's like Milo the Second.
Though that the fact that everyone is immortal here, more or less, does
Buying
mean
wood.
that it's probably not the case.
Buying
Actually,
wood.
I have been meaning to
Cool.
talk to you about that.
Not
Yes.
this late.
Do we want to wait till we get home, or?
You're already
that
home.
way.
You're home.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Do you want to go to your room so you can yell at me in public, in private?
Yes. Actually, I want to hear.
I feel like we should stop having conversations in closed doors. Let's have this be a group meeting.
I mean,
Just go
closed
stand in
doors is
front
in
of a nomad.
quotations, because I mean, like the conversation you had with Cam, like we couldn't hear Cam, but we could definitely hear you.
Yes. Yes. Well, what is it? What is it? We've accomplished something great, and we've had our differences, but
We should give them the skull.
So I'm not.
I think this
my
is time
headpiece.
for us to take this inside and have a discussion. Britton's like, let's go inside.
I thought we were already inside.
I assumed you guys were like unloading the cart as you're starting this, and then he's like, all right, well, let's stop this for a second and go on and sit down.
Well, I was right. This is definitely a group conversation. Let's get.
I would like to be involved in this conversation as well.
Yes.
Okay.
It's my headpiece.
Oh, it's most certain.
He's just wearing it right
I've
now.
been
Oh, it's
Shaylana is like, so what's going on?
We'll fill you in. Come on.
She walks in. Rind is still same spot you left her before when she left, and then she was told to come back because you wanted somebody to watch the
Okay,
house.
Rin.
Feet up.
Rin.
Oh, hey guys,
Rin.
what's up?
Rin.
Yeah.
We just paid for that couch. At least like move so there's not like a hole in the cushions, okay?
She stands up, shifts 2 inches.
Thank you.
Sits.
See, that's not that hard.
I'm pretty sure she's the one that actually paid for it. I mean, we gave her the money, boy.
Keeps her feet up.
I warmed it up for you.
And then she sees Shaylana come in and goes, oh, the horse girl's here. Hey, what's up? Here to psychoanalyze me some more?
I love Rin! Oh my god!
Shaylana's like loudly chewing gum.
Of course.
Just like a horse.
What's up, bitch? She sits down in another seat.
I sent some bad blood between those two.
Glad.
I don't
Blah, blah.
Blah, blah.
I-
Baby, now we got blah, blah.
He's still a little drunk from the other night.
What are you talking about? I've been drinking today too.
yes.
All right, so and Britton like waits till everybody's in, and then he closes the door. So, what are we discussing about the skull?
So, Ink proposed the idea that we give it to the cultists. I think that's a batshit crazy idea, but I want to get everyone else's opinion.
Okay.
Okay, can I make my point
Yes.
first?
Of course. yes.
Absolutely.
Have any of you ever played Go?
No.
No.
I know what
I
it
don't-
is, but I've never played it.
I don't know what that is.
It's a game that we used to play a lot back where I'm from.
Okay.
You put different like colored pieces. I'm giving you the dumbed down version because this is the version that they gave me. But you have little black and white pieces, and you try to section off portions of the board to control certain points of. It's kind of like a war game.
It's
Like you're trying to control property.
Sounds more like a metaphor for segregation, but go on.
We
Oh, damn.
we have that here, but not
game is
that way.
different.
the easiest way to put this is it's a mind game like chess, but in a sense of like Connect 4 playability.
What's chess?
Hey, Britt.
What's
What's
Connect
gonna
four?
connect?
Four.
What's
Hey, bro.
playability?
It's risk.
Alright, but yeah, so you're trying to kind of like section off pieces of the board to
Okay.
like kind of control your land.
So what you're trying to say is by doing this, we get in good with them?
No. Well, yes, but no at the same time.
It seems like the first player would have an incredible advantage, but
They actually do, yeah.
yes.
Okay,
If
but
they tried to balance it out by giving more power to the second player,
Now-
then they would over-adjust and go on.
yeah, it's an old game.
Yes.
So if there was a gray piece that through some finagling you could have it placed somewhere, that would probably put a damper on your plans, maybe, possibly, but really screw over your opponents. Would you play that gray piece?
Well, I mean, we already got Corbin, so
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means
it
either.
was an insult.
No, I'm aware, but it didn't track. is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
like
That seems
I'm
like
I'm
a
saying
personal
you did a
problem.
bad job.
I
of
expected
insulting me.
more of you.
I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Mayonnaise?
I think I'm still a little confused, to be honest.
No, I get what you're saying. Having a neutral party or a party that's not aligned with either our enemy or us.
No.
They're
What-
not even
what-
not aligned with us.
What Ink is trying to say is with that gray piece, you know, if you were to play the gray piece, maybe it hinders you slightly, but it may hinder your opponent more.
I mean,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Could-
Because you're giving power to a third party, that may become more of an issue for the people who
Yes.
are currently winning the game,
do you-
as opposed to us,
correct.
If
who
they
are
can-
new in the game.
if they can actually bring back Armand the Gentle,
Mhm.
which is supposed to be like this like fat ass like demon dude, can you imagine how many of the loyalist soldiers he will take out?
That's a good point. He is a neutral, would be a neutral enemy. But if we win this, does that become our problem?
If we can beat Kronos, I'm sure we can beat him.
If they lose that,
I don't
it
know
does
what-
become our problem.
They're still gonna keep throwing. Okay, they're still gonna keep throwing units at it. Like they're still gonna keep like they're gonna send generals, and they're gonna.
Yeah.
They might even send like Atlas himself. Whoever comes out on top is not gonna be looking good.
This is actually a kind of a big brain play. I like the idea of it, but
My
Poggers.
But,
Weird.
I'm still not sure if I feel
Weird
good
chat, bro.
good being involved with it, though.
you two, I have a question about this game Go. Yes. What are the rules for collateral damage in Go?
That's that's kind of a good
They're
question
game
too.
pieces, so it doesn't matter.
Yes. So
Metaphorically.
that's what I think the metaphor breaks
We just
down
learned
with.
about ink.
I still think the metaphor stands.
If I were to run into a wall, I'd break my nose first.
All right. Well, what if they decide to resurrect him here, and that wipes out the king, everyone that lives in Grand?
What
That's
if
why
we
we
set?
bargain with them.
What if we set limits on
Yeah.
where they resurrect it?
They will not get the
We
skull.
make them do it in the North Continent, near the mountains.
Yeah.
But then that brings up the
See?
primary issue of can we trust these people? And
No.
they're summoning a demon, so no.
Not at all. But
Probably not. No, they're trying to summon a demon.
Okay, listen.
here's my next question: are they going to get that skull from us either way?
Nope.
They're gonna try
I'm
to.
weighing it. It's mine.
I think that if we can bargain with them, I think that's our best bet. I think this could be a.
We should at least talk to them one more time.
I'll see what you guys think. But I'm pretty neutral on it.
I mean, we could just
As I have
destroy
to
it.
Fucking true neutral NPC motherfucker.
be. No, player DM character have to be neutral.
What does
Actually,
that
you
even
sounded
mean,
very for
Britton?
it, which is fine. It's okay to have your own opinions, Britton.
I think it's
You're finally
fair.
starting to
It's-
open up.
It's a
I like
great
it.
point, is what I'm saying. However, I don't know morally how I feel about being involved with resurrecting a demon. So
I feel
have
pretty bad
no
about it, I
problem
must
with
say.
yeah, so I have to stay neutral on this.
Horse girl? Emo? Thoughts?
They're gonna kick
You
your
hear
fucking
what? You hear
ass.
Rin go do it, and Shaylana go don't at the same exact. They look at each other like, yeah. I knew you'd say that. Shut the fuck up!
I love Rin. That's my favorite character so far. I like her more than Ink at this point.
I don't like Shaylana, but I like. This is a joke. I don't like Shaylana, but I like Shaylana for how much Ren doesn't like Shaylana.
I would like to entertain the idea, at least. Talk to them.
I would
another
like to at
time.
least talk to them, yes.
I'm not opposed to that at all. And again, whatever the will of the group is, I will follow suit on this. Just, I don't.
The thought of, them doing it here or in any really populated area is concerning for sure. But
I'll just.
I mean, yeah, no, we're not going to let them do it here. That's where we live.
yeah.
But I mean, like, towards the mountains, like, whatever.
I tell you, I would feel better about it if there's some way we could, like, have. I don't know if there's any sort of collateral they could give us in any way. I don't know how that would work, but to ensure that they do take the.
They're
you know,
cultists.
bargain.
They deal in souls, right?
I don't believe so now.
I don't
That's
know.
more infernal. This is demonic.
That only if we have
What's the
something that
difference?
can actually hold a soul.
And the difference being that demons are chaotic and it can be reasoned with, and devils are.
Wait a second. I just remembered.
Do we have somebody who deals with souls?
All right,
I don't know that yet. That's why I'm reading.
Hey,
Intimate?
the side of the table that doesn't like to RP that much. What do you think?
I'm getting there.
Fuck you!
Ash, just what were your parents like?
Look, man, I just make pipe bombs. All right, leave me out of this.
I hurt.
It may sound weird, but I read once in a book that the five didn't kill Armand. These weird lion people did. It might happen again.
That's all a conspiracy.
I truly believe it. I've read the book many times through. It doesn't make sense.
The faunus in me wants to believe.
And the first book I gave you on the last page, below the... Yes, it's there in the index. It says, oh, P.S. We didn't kill it, LOL.
Trace.
Below the
ROFL, LMAO.
The people at home have no idea what you're
Actually, I do
talking
know
about.
that. I looked it up in my book.
Get into fucking character. They don't know what you're talking about.
Have to.
You think he does?
I guess we have to fill in everybody that we did a one shot where
Yeah.
they played us lion folk and killed Armont for the 5 who took full credit for it. So
I wasn't involved in this.
Neither was I.
That was I.
R.I.P.
I was the only not lion in that.
And Milo was there for
I
that.
wasn't either.
All right, Nomad, what do you think
Are you
about this
gonna
plan?
As long as they help us in the end, I don't see what's the
It
big
may
idea.
sound weird, but we could get money now from giving them the skull, and later on we could obtain what would be known as XP in a video game by killing it.
We win twice.
You know, I thought Ink was supposed to be the one that breaks the fourth wall, but apparently it's Astrus.
So, my problem is that when I spoke to Zorik, he
That's the guy with the.
Yeah, but it's pretty well controlled. But yes, he's a half orc.
the half orc, yes, he
I'm
did
just
really-
being offensive as Ink.
No, I know. He mentioned Armand punishing those that he saw as sinners and guilty to some degree.
You're right. You've killed a man.
You.
Okay, one mic's hard and you're a giggly bitch now?
No, I wasn't expecting that out of it all.
I was laughing at James.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
I was expecting the
It was funny,
necromancy
though.
being black magic and whatnot. I wasn't expecting. You killed a singular dude. I'm literally a bounty hunter.
Raise your hand if you haven't killed anybody.
I killed Jeremiah.
Literally nobody raises their hand.
That's what I fucking thought. Okay.
Horse girl killed someone.
Of course she. Multiple, I guarantee it.
What about the goat lady?
The goat lady actually is standing here listening in, and she's just not participating. She doesn't raise her hand, but she's not participating.
Stare at her.
So you're not sure.
Look,
She doesn't get a vote. Unless she pays the poll tax.
A lot of killed quite a few actually. Probably more than her. Oh yeah, really? Bet.
Oh, can I get in on this? I got a body count and a half.
No, we're talking about people we've killed, not slept with. Pirates.
Same thing.
Roughly same number.
Roughly same number. Oh my god, no. I would be a fucking hoe.
Well,
Ink's body count is 253.
all right, how many people has he killed?
253. We got way off topic. Okay, back to possibly murdering thousands of innocent people for the chance of an advantage.
That sounds horrible.
I think it's willing.
I think it's something we would have to entertain after talking to them, not something we should make a decision on right now.
I agree.
And see if they would even be willing to bargain before we make that decision.
All right, I'm gonna go find Milo.
Dormammu.
At midnight.
At midnight?
It's dark. It's like 1 a.m. right now.
Who's at the
we
bar?
have the
Oh,
thing
yeah.
that makes us contact them. He has it.
We do.
We got a rock.
All right, so we
It's the
sleep in.
transport stone.
It's a rock.
Also, what are we doing next? Because I mean, we just killed a motherfucking titan.
I look back over my shoulder. Do you guys want to go home?
Yes. Please.
Nope.
I mean, at your convenience, of course. But
Oh
I mean,
yeah, beard girl. We killed a titan.
Yay! And she like looks over to the other two, and she's like, and they go.
That is hollow, and I don't appreciate it.
Pity clap.
I'm sorry, we don't really know a whole lot about. We've kind of been on freedom until we were brought here, so we're just now learning a lot
The
about
titans
the
are the bad guys.
Yeah, we got that
Yeah.
much, but the importance of it is lost on some of us who
Yeah,
aren't.
you
as-
seem a lot sassier tonight.
I'm sorry.
They've been spending too much time with Ren.
They've been spending too much time with Brad. He doesn't take my shit.
So, you all going to bed, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna repair my spider and then go to bed.
You ask the goat lady.
Take
she
some
goes-
time,
She goes,
but-
go fuck yourself. It's like, where'd you learn that?
Where'd you learn that word?
Ren taught it to me. She said it was a sign of affection and endearment.
She's right.
Oh, Rend, I don't imagine anything came of it, but did you happen to hear anything from Brerin and Redra, or Redrus, I can't read my own handwriting.
No, did not, unfortunately.
That's fine. Thank you for looking at it.
It's actually
And
Courtney
I
hasn't
kind
taken
of have been
Jen's
trying to
language.
watch the house mostly, but
No, I
in
understand.
the time around town, no, I have not, unfortunately.
All right. Well, I do appreciate the effort.
Yes.
Rin.
Nobody else heard it.
You want to play some drinking games?
Does a drinking game involve me getting more drunk or less drunk?
More drunk.
Oh, then I'm down.
Alrighty. I'm gonna play drinking games with Rin.
Okay.
And mostly it's just us drinking.
Yeah, it's mostly drinking and pretending there's games, and it's like never have I ever, but nobody ever loses one, so
Yeah.
it's just you just end up drinking anyways.
Oh no, if this coin lands on any side.
Ding! Woo! Come on, finish your drink on that one.
Heads or tails? Oh, we drink. Heads or
Yeah.
tails?
Every time you're an insufferable prick, you take a shot.
Yeah, and it's just wasted.
Yes.
All right, you all get some drunken
no
sleep,
game, no
but the rest of you
backstab
sleep
you.
okay. Wake up the next morning.
Did Shaylana stay at the house too?
Yep.
No.
She ain't got nowhere else to go right now. She didn't want to go up to the castle.
Yeah,
She
can
sleeps
stay.
like awkwardly in a chair that's slightly too small, so her feet hang off and her head is kind of like this. But it's,
Jelana can stay in my room. I'm just
she's gonna wake
pass out
up with
on the
like a
couch.
with a crick in her neck. She's pretty much like laying there the whole time you guys are drinking. So, but you all wake up and can go about whatever you need to do.
Ink said couch, but it's spelled ROOF.
Start making my stuff.
I do like sleeping on the roof.
You think you would? Little cold-blooded boy.
Whenever I can, I want to buy like a log of wood.
Okay,
Take the cart.
it's not hard to do.
Little lizard
Yeah, you can
man.
buy a log.
Little
You got a big
scaly
old-
boy.
big
I
old
need
log.
some houseplants.
I want to start reading Mage Armor
He
Theory.
sleeps.
Okay. This is definitely, as you would expect with a book that says a theory, pretty boring. A lot of it involves the actual runes and materials originally, and then spell components and such that go into the original castings and creation of mage armor.
Yes.
It was a defensive mechanism so that mages could go into battle without wearing the impedance that armor causes, especially for casting spells. It starts out mostly as the history, and that's kind of what you're getting through right now.
All right. Yes. Yes. I read medical texts. This
Yeah,
is, this
it's
is nothing
actually
for me.
it's not any more boring than reading any sort of like the American Medical Association's journals, but it's it is still
all about those.
Yeah, no, we've all
Well,
read those.
it's no more boring than reading a medical journal, but it is still pretty dull, like a dull history book.
Corbin, would you like to try out the blue sword?
On what?
I've never seen you use one, so me,
You want me to catch you with a sword?
you could try.
What about the big tree outside that I purposely made for cutting?
That's fucking gone. You probably destroyed that tree.
Yeah.
I look outside. What is
It's
it?
pretty beat up. It's like
Well, surely he's not gonna.
Really, this little bitch boy.
I don't resent that. The
That's the top
so
tone I got.
this sword does have a magical effect, and I must say, I don't think it works on trees.
Well, it's probably dead.
it's dying. It is
It's
dying.
not. It's dying, but it's not dead.
Now, if you spent a long time druid crafting, you might could try and like bring it back to.
And so I wake up on the couch. We're talking. Who got a magical sword?
Well, my point is, I've never seen you pick up anything other than a book, so you probably need practice.
Damn.
I've used so many scalpels on you, I resent that. But yeah, I'll see what I can do, I suppose.
As long as I get to hit you back.
It's been a while since I must say it's been a while since I've sparred. What are we doing? So am I hitting you?
Yes, try. Just
All
do it.
right. Get ready for my +4.
Oh dear lord, he's got a plus.
Same.
I'm literally
And
gonna.
that's just because he's using intelligence.
I take up like an embarrassingly textbook like fencer stance.
Oh, don't please no,
Like the
no.
What kind of sword is, by the way, a long sword?
it's like a,
Functionally, yeah.
Is that right?
That doesn't hit you. It's a 17.
Yeah, it doesn't hit me. Whoop.
So are you wearing your armor this early in the morning, or are you just standing there?
He sleeps on that shit.
I
Are you kidding
mean,
me?
yeah, I mean,
I just
hasn't
out of
taken-
curiosity, I didn't know if you actually were even wearing armor in the morning too.
well, usually, I guess Atris's usually routine is wake up,
Okay,
throw
all
armor
right,
on.
cool.
Because
All
you
right.
never know
Wake
when
up
you're
and
gonna
dawn.
Sure. Okay,
Ganked.
so you're that kind of paladin.
Yes.
Who like you had to have a flap put in so you could pee because it always stays off.
He is always ready
Like-
to day his fault.
Yes.
Yeah.
Didn't hit. Didn't hit.
Damn. Damn.
Didn't hit.
Everyone's watching.
Here's
just
a shield.
waiting.
Crit failed. Sword breaks. No. Yeah.
Here's
No.
awesome memory.
So why are you wearing armor? This is not going to work against the plate mail.
Well, the whole point is for you to get better with a sword. If more people are going to wear armor, you're not going to be fighting fucking
Then I'm not going
bees.
to use. I'll use magic. I'm not going to use the sword on them. Why would I do that?
Oh, use the sword.
Did you have a sword?
He's got magic.
17.
Can I jump on his back?
17. 18.
Oh.
No. Okay.
Do you have your shield out too?
Like, yeah, my, what's it called?
Oh yeah.
My buckle.
Yeah, no, Atris is not going easy on him. He's
Yeah,
like,
you're
full on-
intentionally deflecting it,
Yes.
then.
Crit.
Hey, there we go.
Beat his ass.
That will hit.
All right. At this point, I would have done less damage, but at this point, I'm so like focused on getting it that I'm just going to hit you for full.
I'm impressed. I don't care.
Okay, so that's going to be that is
Whoops.
10
60
plus
damage.
4, so 14 damage.
Okay.
And then I need to know
And-
your deepest sexual desire.
Hold on.
Same.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Woohoo! But the retard is 14.
You fail. I'm gonna roll a d4.
That's good. I failed though. I should have purposely failed. See what the sword can do.
All right, so you, I guess you can describe this to me. I receive a sudden vision of your saddest moment.
Me opening that book.
It's actually has to be like relevant to your life.
Him opening the book.
Me opening that book.
Backstory stuff.
Give us the backstory, baby. Come on.
It's not really sad stuff in
Waking
my
up every
backstory.
morning. It's just like a
Actually, I mean,
continuation
your
of
whole
the
like
morning.
life before finding that thing was kind of mediocre, wasn't
Yeah, I
Was it
don't really have a
sad?
sad life.
Oh, my dog died.
Oh
it?
no.
Where is your family now, by the way, Atris?
They
He
still
buried
live there, and
Yeah.
I think it's called Cleefley. What it was? I think it was.
Yeah.
I pulled up the old map, but yeah, my family's still alive.
It is so. Actually, probably your saddest moment would be defined by the rush of emotions of different feelings that came when you actually found Hellshire in the first place.
Yeah, probably.
So that you see flashes, a very brief memory of. It's definitely Atris. You can in this vision, you are in his eyes. You
He's
see
wearing
him.
so many rings, you know.
Yes, way too many.
Just
Uh,
one of them spins and is like has like 20 sides to it.
And it was in a tree, I believe, correct?
Pulling
Where
out
you
your
found it
rings.
originally?
Yes, they came out of a mahogany tree.
So you cut it down. He's cutting a mahogany tree,
You have your rings.
and
in-
there is a
I
clink.
always have my rings.
And then there's like a crack that begins to form across
on,
it. This faint glow emanates, reaches in, and pulls out the maul that you've seen him wielding now. There's just a rush of anger, of sadness, of just very, very maniacal glee all at once, just extreme emotions. And you hear in Infernal multiple tongues just. And then everything is quiet. It sounds like the river that runs nearby stops. The birds stop singing.
So what's it like to be possessed?
And then there's just this of power in his hands. And he just feels like you feel this control over this weapon
Corbin
that's
gets jump scared.
never felt before. And that's flashes back.
Oh my. Hey, Atris.
Yes.
Are you all right, my friend?
You actually experience the same thing when it happens too, so you see the same thing as well. To everybody else, this happens in a snap. Like he kind of like hits back, and what happens is like as he reaches up to block, you find that you hit this same pattern every time you're swinging this way, and he's blocking it. So as he goes up, you stab into his arm here, and so it all happens very quickly. But you
I was
feel
like, yeah, we can't even.
you just feel very emotionally drained.
Since he
We-
keep
we don't
crediting,
even
I'm like,
know.
What the fuck would you go for?
No.
My throat.
Yeah, just like through the eye socket. Just.
Which
You said I
I
need to practice.
believe. What's the effect? What's the effect with that one? Is
I get 1d6 additional psychic damage if I hit him again.
okay, yeah. So now
pretty
for
neat.
the duration of that, he has an additional 1d6 psychic damage every time he hits you.
If I do a psychic spell, it would be 2d6.
Yes, it would.
Because
It stacks
I
nicely.
read a book.
Because I read a book.
It stacks nicely.
Man, if only reading actually gave you like
Right?
benefits
Give
in
you
life.
special powers.
Knowledge is power, power is strength. So there's a lot of there's a lot of negative emotion wrapped up in that weapon of yours. Are you okay?
I hope.
Oh
Let me
my.
confer.
Yes.
It does whisper sometimes, but it hasn't really talked in
Yeah.
a long time.
A long time.
So are you sure that this thing is safe for you to be using?
I don't know. That's why I'm reading this book.
Okay.
It's pretty badass, though.
I will agree. Yes, it is. It is. Well, stay safe, my friend. And I just kind of like on the shoulder, just
1d6 extra psychic damage. No.
you take 2 psychic damage.
Whoa.
Have a good one. And just walk away.
You all go back inside. You actually feel a little shaken. Like, it was a little bit of an unusual experience having to
Strong
relive
PTSD.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I come back and I'm like, I should probably see to that wound of yours.
go back and start managing it up. Are you guys using the summoning stone that you talked about earlier, or are you guys going on to,
I mean, do we
to
wanna-
Blackwater?
Do we want to do this now, or do we want to get
I'm gonna ritual cast Identify just so I can see how it works.
I hate to send you
The stone? It is it's a teleportation transport stone for one person, so one person could concentrate on it, and they will go to the location of the other stone.
Do we want to do that now, or do we want to get people home?
I want to create a
You'd have to
rat.
solo port?
Yes, that's
A
the
rat?
problem. Is what I'm
Rat.
saying.
I mean, I can do it.
I mean, I'll do it. I don't care.
Well,
I'll go.
No,
I don't
No.
think anyone here
Oh, I got this.
Isn't-
Yeah.
absolutely not.
absolutely not.
Why not?
Because we need you for the prophecy.
Oh,
Also,
Shaylana's like, I'll do
if
it.
you said it, we want the gold they give us.
Shaylana goes, I'll do it. I'm
not
pretty
a part of
neutral in them.
prophecy.
Pretty neutral in the idea.
And
I
no-
mean, that's actually a better idea.
I can just tell
A
them
better
to
idea,
come
but
over
still
here.
not a great
I mean,
one.
actually, Bryn.
What?
No, use the stone in my sling.
Actually, no. She's probably just gonna piss him off.
Well, whoever we send, even if we tell them to come this way, they'd have to be able to make it back. And I don't want to send anyone to their untimely demise.
I will go.
Yeah, okay. No. I'm kidding.
It does seem the most practical, doesn't it?
No.
If there's the only person, you're like, well, if you say
Well,
so.
if you say
Well,
so.
I mean, I guess.
Take it. Or we can just head to Blackwater, because I honestly, I really want to go back to Blackwater. I miss that place so much.
What are we doing in Blackwater?
Chartering a ship for the people we saved.
Okay, we hadn't discussed about what we were doing next. I'm okay.
You did.
I'm,
You had discussed that was how you were in it. Yeah, no, you didn't decide it was what you were doing.
Another
next, right?
question. If we're going to be borrowing the captain's ship with slaves, how is
No.
Chartering, not borrowing.
I know people.
But that is an option. Vin says, I mean, we could talk to Admiral Hensley if you want to borrow a ship.
Much rather not.
He has quite a few.
that seems like maybe we shouldn't get tangled up with him after what
We
that
also
recent
should
events.
not be using his resources for this sort of thing.
Ironically, I trust him less than pirates.
Also, Iapetus is dead. In case we didn't mention it.
How much is it going to take?
Iapetus is dead.
We
in case
killed a
you didn't
titan.
Not Iapetus.
mention it. Not Iapetus. Which one was it?
Creus.
Creus.
Creus,
I'm
yeah.
getting my consonants.
It's okay.
Creus has passed away.
He just died in his sleep.
No,
Yeah.
I killed him with
Oh.
a skeleton.
He passed away
Yes.
after we
Well,
killed
yes.
him.
Like,
Yes.
Good for you.
I know,
should,
right?
I should
That's
get
my
you a drink. She reaches and grabs one of the same bottles from right.
I hand it to Ink. Cheers. So
But that is impressive.
Slancha.
Where'd you find him?
he was in the library in Evolution.
She looks over at Shaylana.
We only found it because we only found it because we had a device that ran off that found anyone whose blood we had, and through some.
Did you buy that in Evolution too?
Yes.
Not the blood.
Actually, it was really weird. We actually bought it from one of Shaylana's friends.
Well,
I've chosen a side. I'm sorry.
well, what wasn't in Evolution though was the blood, and there is a well, you remember that job we were hired to do up in I don't do remember.
She
the name.
does.
And Shaylana goes, "Oh, were you hired out of this city for that one?"
Yes.
She goes, "It's just not the same. You don't have a point on anything." I tried.
So yes, there we cleared out. I don't think we brought it up before. We cleared out some cultists were inhabiting a room that was, or like a cavern that was once belonged to the Titans. And
interesting.
they had made. Well, I didn't see that part. So we somehow acquired. I don't know where we're from, but Cairo acquired some blood from a wall there, and
And you use that to track him.
yes.
It was
Very impressive.
It was apparently the blood of a bunch of Titans gathering, and they wrote.
Did you get more of their blood, or was that the only one that you
That
could
was
get?
the only one that we had.
She a dry brick.
It was the only one
So
that
old.
was. Yeah, it was old enough to the point where this one, for some reason, was the only one that
Because it was more,
more recent. We could get something out
It was
of it.
very convenient.
or because there was more of it on
More
there.
of it, maybe. But yeah.
Love it.
It was very convenient circumstances.
Yeah, isn't it crazy how that works in this
Yeah, I
world?
know,
Is it
right?
just-
It would
sometimes stuff just shows up.
almost Ex Machina-esque.
No. That's a different group completely.
Ex Machina.
Well, I mean, we can't discount the fact that there is a prophecy that is things are hopefully going to go our way, just in ways like this. But
Mhm.
regardless, Crisis has passed, and we probably don't need to talk to the admiral.
Right, fair. So you're gonna charter a ship?
Yep.
Have fun.
How much would one of your friends take or charge for that?
The prices go up and down depending on the many people they're taking, how useful they
far
are on the
you're going.
ship, how far we're going.
If there's a knife to their
If
throat.
you could venture a guess for what we have.
Could your body count help?
Yes.
Okay.
Especially, well, have I slept with them or not?
I don't know.
If I have slept with them, it's probably going to be a little bit more. If I haven't,
So a good running rate, if you have a full
I'm
crew
thinking
on
like
there,
80.
other than the one person, for that distance, if you were not going to require a rental crew, you were just renting a ship by itself, and you could put down some collateral or put down double the money to hold it, you could probably get away with a total cost of about 20 gold, putting 40 down to deposit. If you wanted a full crew, you're going to double or triple that. You're looking at 50 gold easy, probably running closer to 80 for most.
Okay, I was thinking 80 in order to just like put them on a ship and have them go.
Yeah, if you're wanting a crew on there, you're wanting them to go and then wait on you at Freedom and then bring you back, you're looking at 80.
Well, I'm not going.
Well, yeah, you're looking at probably 80.
Are we not
It's going to be about 80. In order to, cover the captain's fee, the extra supplies that are going to cover the slaves, the crew as well.
I actually had a thought. Sorry. What if we hold off on sending the ship over till we find Cam's friends, and when we get them back, we send them all over together?
You have friends?
Yeah, the whole reason I'm.
Yeah, he's mentioned it.
I don't talk about it much.
Yeah, no, this is the first
Why do
one.
you think that is? Oh my, oh my god.
Do I do that?
Yes. Except it's less like psychological and more where did the druid touch you?
That one sounds more like.
I was thinking about bringing this book to the druid, but I'm too uncomfortable to go to
Think
him.
about where the druid touched me.
I mean, like more like where does it hurt? Like
Where does it hurt? Yes. Yeah. Okay.
I was like, oh, obviously it's the giant gash mark in my chest.
there's.
So mental
Also, do you have any
scars.
more of that morphine?
Brad,
I've never used.
on the
morphine.
way
You
to
okay?
Blackwater, are there any
I have.
battle marked positions on my map?
What?
I have some more opium if you need it.
That sounds fantastic.
Okay.
Just should we
That's a
just
good question, actually.
pop in and just tell King Darius what's happening?
No, he's good.
That's the plan. I mean, it's still night, I believe.
No, it's morning.
No, it's
Yeah,
morning now. It's morning
So
now.
this is the next day.
Good morning.
No, nothing.
How drunk were you last night?
I wasn't, is the weird thing.
It's just been a weird series of
It's
days.
been a weird series of days. I've been doing a lot of reading.
Well, Shalana stands up. She's like, if we're going down to Blackwater, I'm coming with you.
Well, first
Can
things
you
first.
sail?
No.
God damn it.
It's not true.
First things first, we need to talk to King Darius.
All right, let's go. She just walks out.
Oh my.
Rin,
Hmm.
just move the stuff out of my room at this point. Like that's just. That's
Oh,
just
am I
gonna be-
watching your house for you again? Am I
Probably.
still house sitting?
Probably.
You just live here.
I mean, we're taking the people with us, so we really don't need it watched.
Oh, we take is Rend going to freedom because I mean essentially at this point
We're
she's a
not
slave
going
as
to
well.
freedom.
I was